Merhaba arkadaşlar. Evet, ikinci ünitemizin ilk videosuyla karşınızdayım. Şimdi bir resmimiz var önceki sayfada. Bir bakalım böyle. What do you see here? I see I don't know. Is this an iguana or something like that? It is a lizard, a kind of a lizard, but I believe it is an iguana. Let's see what we are going to talk about. I think it is going to be something about colors. Psychology, I don't know. We will come to that later maybe. But yeah, the unit question is how can colors be useful? In this case, in the case of this iguana, I think it is a very good camouflage. It is sitting on some green leaves, and it is also quite green, and so it is not so easy to see it. So it can easily hide from predators, or it can easily camouflage itself, so it can get closer to its prey. Okay, let's start with these questions. Why can wearing dark clothes at night be dangerous? Why do traffic police in some countries wear orange? You can stop the video, give your own answer, and then start the video again and continue listening to me and see the answers here. Wearing dark clothes at night can be dangerous because if you're in the city, for instance, and if you're walking on the street or on the road, on the side of the road, drivers may not be able to see you, and then you can have an accident. And traffic police in some countries wear orange because orange is a very bright color and it is a very noticeable color. If you see orange, you notice it. It is the color of attention or something like that. Anyway, imagine you want to paint your house. What color do you choose? Why? I would choose red colors. The red color. But I think, sorry, I wouldn't color it. I would use red bricks to build a house. So the color is going to be a natural red brick color, but that is not so easy. But instead of painting it, I would use some other material to make it look like as if it is made of red bricks. That's a dream I want to realize. I don't know, maybe when I'm 80 or 90. Why? Because I love it. It looks natural. It is natural if I can make it with real bricks. That is what a house should look like. Red bricks, or I don't know. Anyway, I wouldn't use bright colors for a house anyway. Now look at the photo. How is color useful to this animal? I already talked about that before I started answering the questions. Let's see what answers we have from the book. For the first one, drivers can't see you. Traffic police sometimes wear orange, so drivers will see them. We said that. Students may say white because it makes a house look large and bright. Well, inside, yes, inside I would choose brighter colors. Blue or green because they are relaxing and cool, or red or orange because they are warm. Yes, red is warm. That's why I would choose a red house, but not a bright red. It is a soft red, like the red brick red. Tuğla kırmızısı var ya, böyle ateş tuğlası. Öyle olması lazım. Yani. This animal uses the color to blend into its surroundings. Blend in. Blender'dan düşünün diyelim de olmaz öyle. Blend in, karışmak diyelim. Blend into its surroundings as a camouflage, so it can stay safe. Okay. We have a listening. Listen and match the ideas in the box to the students in the charts. Before you start listening, just stop the video and look at the sentences, phrases, and then continue and do the listening. we will listen once. You can do the listening twice. Here we go.
Unit 2, Psychology. The Q Classroom.
Today, we'll discuss the Unit 2 question. How can colors be useful? Let's think about the question and clothing for a minute. Sophie, how can colors be useful in clothing?
You can use colors for symbolic reasons. Like in some countries, brides wear white dresses. Or like the school colors we wear on our sweatshirts.
That's true. How else can we use color? Una, I see that you have different colored notebooks. How are you using color?
To organize. Different colors for different subjects.
So, we can use colors for symbolic reasons, and we can use colors to organize. How else can colors be useful? Felix?
Colors can affect people's moods. For example, hospitals are painted colors that help patients relax. And a restaurant can use colors to make people feel comfortable, so they'll want to stay and eat.
What do you think, Marcus? How else can colors be useful?
You can use color to attract attention. You know, like big red letters on a sign, or something noticeable like black on yellow.
Okay, I'm just going to turn on the answers. Before I turn on the answers, stop the video, write your answers. If you have problem or if you cannot remember, rewind the video and listen it again. Tekrar dinleyin eğer ihtiyacınız varsa arkadaşlar. Ben doğrudan cevapları açıyorum. Sophie thinks colors are useful for symbolic reasons, or they are used for symbolic reasons. For example, wearing school colors. It's a symbolic thing. Some schools have these colors. Or think about football matches or football fans. They have some colors. And if you are going to a match and you use the colors of your team to show that you are a supporter of them. Felix says to affect moods. This is quite important, I guess, and we are all exposed to this kind of color use. For instance, here the example is a good one. Hospitals use relaxing colors, but also think about shopping centers and restaurants. They use red and other bright colors to make you feel hungrier, and I don't know, something like that. There are a lot of things about colors in a shopping center. And Marcus says we can use colors to attract attention. For instance, advertisers use big red letters on a sign to show that they are there. And Yuna says she uses bright colors to organize. She has a lot of notebooks with different colors. She uses them different color notebooks for different lessons. For instance, let's say red for English, black for geography, or something like that. So they are useful. Okay, let's move on. Using note-taking skills, using visual elements. Today we are going to learn how to take notes with using visual elements. Instructors, teachers, often use visual elements in their classes. They sometimes refer to pictures in a textbook or show photographs and charts on a screen. They also draw simple pictures and diagrams on the board. To use a visual element in your notes, you can first copy the picture or diagram into your notes, or then label the picture and write notes around it. You don't need to be a great artist to use pictures in your notes. Even a rough drawing will help you remember the contents of the class. Yani bizim derslerde zaten bir şey çizdirmiyoruz size ama diyelim bölümümüze geçtiniz. Orada size bir şeyler anlatılıyor. Bir de resim falan var mesela. Onun bir benzerini siz çizin ve hocanın söylediği şeyleri onun üzerine not alın demiş. Evet, bazen bu çok güzel olabiliyor, çok faydalı olabiliyor. geçen dersimizde keywordları not alıyorduk. Burada da keywordları bir şey üzerine alacağız ya da önemli olan şeyleri bir resim üzerine alacağız. Dinleme yaparken işte bir sınıfta İngilizce bir dersinizi düşünün. Orada dinleme yapılırken bir simge, bir resim çizerek üzerine, yani hocanın gösterdiğine benzer bir şey çizerek onun üzerine notlar almak işe yarar diyor. Look at the picture of a leaf used in a biology class and read the instructor's explanation, then finish labeling the student's drawing and write notes demiş. The structure of a leaf, this is what the teacher shows us. Bu öğretmenin bize gösterdiği, hocanın gösterdiği. Bu da bizim kendi çizimimiz olacak galiba. The leaves are the food making part of a plant. The petiole connects the leaf to a stem on the plant. Demiş. Petiole neymiş o zaman? İşte şurasıymış. Leaf to the stem. Köke yaprağa bağlayan yer. The petiole is like a small tube or pipe. It carries water and minerals to the leaf. Water goes from the petiole to the midrib. Midrib neymiş? Yaprağın içindeki şeylermiş herhalde. The midrib runs from the bottom to the top of the leaf. Then small veins distribute this water all through the leaf. The petiole also turns the leaf towards the sun. This is important because leaves use energy from the sun to make food from carbon dioxide in the air and water. This process is called photosynthesis. So this is the stem, and this is the petiole, connects leaf to stem, pipe, water. And then we have these long things. What are they? They are midribs. Sorry, veins. Midrib is this one, from bottom to top. Bir ucundan diğer ucuna giden. Sadece şu midrib. Ortadaki, orta kaburga. This is the midrib. The others are all veins. And what do? They carry water and minerals to all parts of the leaf. Yani. Okay, şuraya bir bakalım. Burada ne demiş? Midrib runs bottom to top of leaf. Veins distribute water. Leaves make food from carbon dioxide. This is called photosynthesis, and this is what your picture should look like if you were to draw a picture. Now look at the picture of a tree. Another one we're going to do what we learned here, and I will try to do my drawing. I don't know if I can. I'm terrible at drawing, but I will try my own. I will try to showcase an example anyway. Look at the picture of the tree, make a drawing of it, then listen as an instructor describes the parts of a tree and make notes. Let's listen and draw. You can first draw the picture of a tree, this one, and then start listening.
Unit 2. Note-taking skill. Activity B.
As with leaves, every part of the tree has an important use. The roots take water out of the soil and carry it up into the tree. The trunk is the main support of the tree. It is covered in bark. The bark protects the tree from insects and helps keep the tree from drying out or losing water. If you take the bark off a tree, it will die. Branches grow out from the trunk and form the crown of the tree. The leaves in the crown take energy from the sun and make food for the tree. Trees grow and get taller and wider every year. When you cut down a tree, you can see the rings in the wood inside the trunk. Each ring represents 1 year of growth for the tree. You can count the rings to find out the age of the tree.
Okay, so this is my drawing. Yes, you can look at my camera. I don't know if you can see it. I just listened and did that, and I hope you can do something similar as well. Now I'm going to open up the answers and see what information we should have gotten. So we have the roots. I didn't go down there. Roots are underground, and then we have the tree trunk, gövdesine sahibiz, and then we have the branches, and then we have the crown, the whole crown of the tree. Yani ağacın üst tarafının bütününe crown deniyor herhalde. And this is a tree trunk, as if cut with a with a saw. You can see the outer part of it is a bit different, and this is called the bark of a tree. Ağacın kabuğu, bark of a tree. And then we have the rings in the trunk. What do they signify, or what do they tell us about the tree? They tell us about the age of the tree. Each ring is representing 1 year, and so you can count them and you can find the age of a tree by the trunk of it. But to do that, you have to cut it. That's a shape. Well, you don't have to cut it. There are some devices you can get some specimens from some trees, and you can count their ages. Okay. Now we are going to listen to the first listening. Kayıt oluyordur diye umuyorum inşallah. Burada bir hata var ama inşallah yormaz benim. Okay. The colors of nature program. A famous scientist talks about how animals use color. As you listen, gather information and ideas about how colors can be useful. Before we do that, we have some vocabulary. I am just going to turn them on so you can check them. But before you check them, before I do that, stop the video, do the activity, and then check. Now I'm opening it, so you should have done it before that. Here we go. Animals hide. Hide means to go to a place where no one can see them. Birds, a warning that there is a cat hunting them. Warning. Call, that means danger. Warning. Warning what? What is a warning? In this case, it is a call that means danger. Poison is something that is dangerous to touch or to eat. And skin is the outer covering of your body. This is the skin şu ince olan şey. Wings are the body parts used to fly. Survive, to stay alive. Bunu biliyorsunuzdur. Predators, animals that kill and eat other animals. Predator. And insects are animals like an ant or a bee. Small insects. Okay. Now, we are going to listen to a nature program about ways animals use colors, but before that, we have some questions. Look at photos 1 and 2. Why is it difficult to see the animals in these photos? Okay, 1 and 2. Because they have the same colors with their surroundings. They are blended into their surroundings. They are camouflaged, so we cannot see them. And photo 3, is it easy or difficult to see the frog? It is quite easy, very easy to see this frog. Why do you think the animals have these colors? Well, number 1 and 2 have the colors for protection, for camouflage, not just for protection. They can hide from their prey or they can hide from their predators. Hem avdan, hem avcılardan, hem avından saklanır. Number 3 is a totally different story. It's a frog with poison, and the bright color is there to tell that you should stay away from that frog. Bright colors in nature, especially with animals, and also with some vegetables or plants, can be the signal of, or the warning of a danger. In this case, it is poison. If you touch this frog, you are going to get some poison. Let's see the answers here. The animals have coloring similar to their surroundings. For camouflage, it is easy to see the blue frog. The animals in 1 and 2 have coloring that camouflages them. The bright blue color of the frog in number 3 is probably a warning color. It is not probably, it is definitely a warning color. Okay. Çizin, yapın demiş ama ben o kısma geçiyorum arkadaşlar. Ya da bakalım şöyle bir şey varsa. Yok. Geçiyorum. Listen and take notes. Listen to the nature program and take notes about each animal in the photo. Bir dinleyelim. Daha sonra yapalım. Ben bir kez çalacağım. Siz A, B, C ve D'nin hepsini tekrar dinleyerek yapabilirsiniz. Ya da en azından 2 defa dinleyerek yapabilirsiniz. 2 defa dinleyin ama mutlaka. Ben bir defa dinlemeyle bütün soruları açacağım. Devam edeceğim.
Unit 2. Listening 1. Activities B, C, and D.
The colors of nature. Aren't they wonderful? Birds, flowers, insects, so many different colors. And it's not only that they're beautiful. Colors in nature have many different uses. Many animals use color to help them survive. Today, we're going to look at 2 ways that animals do this. The first way animals use color is to protect them from danger. Color helps animals hide from predators. Scientists refer to this as camouflage. For instance, look at this first photo. What do you see? Some green leaves, right? But wait, one of those leaves is actually an insect. There's a false leaf katydid sitting on a leaf. Look carefully and you can see its legs and its head. Its wings look just like leaves. Katydids are common insects all over the world. Here's a little extra information about katydids. They got their English name, katydid, from the sound they make. People thought it sounded like the 2 words Katie, a girl's name, and did. Listen, it sounds like they're saying, katydid, katydid, katydid. You know, I wonder who Katie is and what she did. Anyway, back to colors. Now, look at the next photo of a cryptic frog. Can you find the frog? Look closely, and you can see it on the left. It is sitting on the leaf. It takes its colors from the brown leaves and rocks on the forest floor. This is another example of camouflage. It's almost impossible to see this little guy unless he moves. Even then, it looks like the wind is blowing a brown leaf across the forest floor. A second use for color is to give a warning. This is the opposite of camouflage. These animals want you to see them. Their bright colors say, "Watch out, I'm dangerous. If you touch me, I'll hurt you." Many predators also know from experience that a bright color means danger. Let me give you an example. This is a photo of a blue poison dart frog. These frogs live in the rainforests of Suriname in South America. Their skin contains a very strong poison. The poison in just one frog is enough to kill 10 men. Its bright blue color says to predators, "If you eat me, you will die." Believe me, if I see one of these in the forest, I will give it plenty of space. Now, on next week's show, we're going to meet a very unusual bird called the bowerbird. This little bird loves the color blue. Tune in next week to find out what he does with it.
Okay, we don't have the 4th picture, the bowerbird, it is for next week anyway. Yes, listen to the nature program and take notes about each animal in the photo. Here are some notes. I just want to turn on the notes of the book itself and maybe read them. A false leaf katydid. Its camouflage wings looks like leaves, and it got the name from the sound it makes. Catty did something. Cryptic frog camouflage takes colors from the environment, and blue poison dart frog, blue color warning dangerous poisons. These are the notes we can take when we are listening. And here we have some matching to do. Color, false-leaf catadid is green, cryptic frog is brown, and poison dart frog is blue. Location is among the green leaves, cryptic frog in the on the forest floor, and blue is poison dart frog in the rainforest. Now I'm going to turn on the answers. Before I turn on the answers, open them up. You should stop the video and do the answers. If you don't, if you cannot get the answers, listen again and rewind the video, listen again, and come back. Now I'm turning them on. Here we go. I don't want to read them, just a few seconds so that you can stop the video and have a clear screen and take notes. Check your answers. And on to the next page. Ask and answer the questions, use your own words. What does the word camouflage mean? Why do animals use camouflage? I will give my answers, but before I give my answers or after I give my answers, you should also try giving your answers as well. Camouflage means it's a term that tells about blending into your surrounding so that you are not easily seen. If you don't want to be seen, if something doesn't want to be seen, if something wants to hide, if an animal or a person, whatever, they use the similar colors or shapes so that they are blended into their surroundings and they're not seen. And why do animals use camouflage? To hide from predators or from their prey. To get closer to their prey, they can use camouflage for the same reason. For instance, a lion would use camouflage to get closer to its prey, but say a little butterfly would use camouflage to hide from a frog or a bird. Number two, how does the poison dart frog use color as a warning? How is it different from the cryptic frog? It is different because it tells that don't touch me. If you come, I will kill you. Or if you touch me, you will get hurt. These are the answers from the word camouflage means coloring that helps an animal blend into its surroundings. Animals use camouflage to hide from predators or to warn other animals that they are poisonous. The bright color of the poison dart frog works as a warning to other animals that it's very poisonous to eat. The cryptic frog, on the other hand, is colored to blend in very carefully with its surroundings. Şurada camouflage ile ilgili ikinci cümleye katılmıyorum. Animals use camouflage to hide from predators, okay. Or to warn other animals that they are poisonous. Yani Blue Frog'un yaptığı bir camouflage değil ki. It is clear warning. It is not a camouflage. Bence kitap burada karıştırmış ya da ben bilmiyorum, terim biraz farklı olabilir. Okay, now categorize. Demiş, read the descriptions of these animals. Do you think they use color for camouflage or as a warning? Okay, for number one, monarch butterflies are bright orange. Their wings have a terrible taste, so it is probably a warning. Bright colors are usually warning. Don't eat me, it might be poisonous. Number two, zebras are African animals in the horse family. They have black and white stripes. You often find them standing in tall grass. So it is for camouflage, I guess, not for warning. Number three, a snake. Coral snake lives in forest. It has red, yellow, and black stripes. It is definitely for warning, değil mi? Yani benden uzak dur diyor. The Arctic fox is brown or gray fur in the summer, but in winter its fur changes to white. Aynı tilkiymiş. Ben aynı farklı tilkiler sanıyordum. Okay, so white in winter, brown or brown or gray in the summer. Camouflage, of course. Now, think about the animals in activity. D on page 29. Does these animals use color for camouflage or as a warning? Konuştuk bunları. Most large predators like lions are not brightly colored. Why do you think this is true? Because they want to, or they need to hide themselves from their prey so that they can get closer to them. If they were bright, all animals would be able to see them when they are quite away and they would run away. So the lions won't be able to hunt their prey. So they are camouflaged like soldiers. What are some ways people use color as camouflage or as a sign of danger? Soldiers use camouflage to blend in with the nature. For instance, policemen and other personnel who work at night especially have those stripes, bright stripes on their bodies, bright colors on their bodies to show that they are in the street, and people can see them clearly and don't hit them or see where they are, and so on. As a sign of danger, for instance, we use these black colors on electricity panels with a skull. Başka, red is used for danger. Kırmızı da kısmen var değil mi? Neyse ben şuradan bir açayım bakalım burada neler söylemiş bize. Soldiers wear camouflage. Hunters wear orange vests so they can be seen easily and won't get shot. Hunters wear orange. Bizimkiler hiç öyle orange vest falan giymiyorlar. Bizim hunterlar bildiğin doğayla blend olmaya çalışıyorlar da. Okay. Maybe it is the case in some countries. Okay then. Finally, we have something about understanding cause and effect. Final demeyelim, burada bir şeyler öğreneceğiz. A cause is the action that makes something happen. An effect is what happens as a result in a sentence. The cause can come before the effect or after it. Bir mevzuyu anlatırken bir sebep sonuç ilişkisi varsa bunlardan bahsedeceğiz. Yani nasılmış onları ayırt etmeye çalışacağız birilerinin konuşmasında. Bunu nasıl şey yapacağız? Connecting words like so and because show a cause or cause and effect. Because ve so'lu cümlelere dikkat edeceğiz. Listen for them carefully. So shows an effect, because shows a cause demiş. Pollution was a poison to the frogs, so the frogs in the pond died. Sebep bu, sonuç bu. The frogs survived because their camouflage matched the leaves. Sebep bu, sonuç bu. Now, read and listen to these statements about the nature program you heard in listening one. Circle the cause in each statement, underline the effect demiş. Circle the cause. Cause'u circle yapalım arkadaşlar. Catheads are hard to see because of their green color. Because of their green color. Değil mi? Because dediğimizde ne yapıyoruz? Cause anlatıyoruz. Predators can't see the katydids, so the katydids stay safe. Cause'umuz nerede? Ben şöyle daire içerisine alayım. Cause'u daire içerisine alıyorum. Orada da öyle söylemiş zaten. Predators can't see the katydids. Sebep bu. Göremiyorlar. O yüzden onlar güvende. It is hard to see the cryptic frog because it uses camouflage. Cause'umuz burada. Camouflage gördüğü için. Camouflage kullandığı için. The cryptic frog is the same color as the leaves, so you can't see it very well. Cause'umuz nerede? Bu sefer bu tarafta. The blue poison dart frog is bright blue, so you can see it easily. Cause'umuz nerede? Burada. Bright blue özellikle. Dart frogs are dangerous because their skins contain a strong poison. Cause'umuz nerede? Burada. Sebep bu. Daire içerisine aldıklarım veya altını çizdiğim şurada. Sebepler, diğer taraflar, sonuçlar. Listen to the scientists talk about Australian bowerbirds. Bowerbirds. Then match each cause with the correct effect. Bir dinleyelim bakalım bu kuşun telaffuzunu da görelim. A male bowerbird and its bower. Bakalım neymiş.
Unit 2. Listening skill. Activity B.
Hello again, nature lovers. Today we're going to talk about the Australian bowerbird, a very unusual bird. Male bowerbirds build something called a bower. As you can see in the picture, a bower looks almost like a little house. Now, here's the part that is so surprising. The male bird builds the bower, and then he decorates the area around it. He gets flowers, little stones, pieces of glass or plastic, and many other little things, and puts them around the bower. He's trying to make the bower look nice. One kind of bowerbird, called the satin bowerbird, loves the color blue. You can see in this picture how this satin bowerbird decorated his bower with a lot of blue things. This bird doesn't like red. If you put something red in his bower, he takes it away. Bowerbirds often steal things for their bowers from other birds or even from people. The bower is not a nest. This means that it is not the place where the female bird lays her eggs. The female bowerbird builds a nest in a tree where predators can't find it easily.
So what is the reason of building a bower? Okay, so cause the satin bowerbird decorates its şöyle cevapları hemen açacağım arkadaşlar. The satin bowerbird decorates its bower with blue things. The bower looks nice. İlginç. Bowerbird doesn't like red. So the bowerbird removes the red things. The female builds a nest in a tree. So predators cannot find the nest easily. Diye cause and effect cümlelerimiz de böyle. Evet. Son kısmı da yapalım. Bundan sonra bu videoyu sonlandıracağım arkadaşlar. Evaluating cause and effect statements. A cause and effect statement makes a connection between two ideas. It says that one thing causes the other, which is the effect or result. It is important to think critically about a statement like this. Ask, is it true or valid? Bir sebep sonuç cümlesi kurduk. Bu yüzden böyledir dedik ama acaba bu geçerli bir şey mi? Ya da duydunuz böyle bir şey. Acaba bu geçerli bir şey mi? Ya da siz söyleyeceksiniz kendiniz konuşurken. Sebep sonuç cümlesi kuracaksınız. Because ve so'lu bir cümle kuracaksınız ama bunlar birbiriyle gerçekten anlamlı bir bütünlük oluşturuyor mu? Buna dikkat etmeniz gerekiyor. Here is an example of a valid cause and effect statement. It is dangerous to touch dart frogs because their skin contains a strong poison. Değil mi? Tehlikeli dokunmak çünkü contains poison. Derisinde zehir var. The statement is supported by the fact that scientists have proven that dart frogs are too poisonous even to touch. The cause is the poison and the effect is that it is dangerous for people to touch dart frogs. Okay. Here is a clearly false cause and effect statement. Bir de şuraya bakalım. It rained today because I washed my car. Every time I wash my car, it rains. So this is probably an ironic statement. Irony, but this is not valid cause and effect statement. Yani ben arabanı yıkadım diye yağmur yağmış olamaz değil mi yani? Sen hava durumuna bakmadan arabanı yıkarsan olacağı budur zaten. Bu arkadaş hep böyle yapıyor demek ki. Bu bir şikayet gibi bir şey yani bir serzeniş. Ya ben ne zaman arabasını yıkasam kar yağıyor gibisinden bir şey, yağmur yağıyor gibisinden bir şey söylüyor ama muhtemelen hani buradaki cause and effect geçerli bir cause and effect değil. There is no real connection between the rain and someone washing his or her car. Değil mi? Böyle bir şey olamaz. There is no valid evidence to support this cause and effect statement. Yani bir yerde bunu kullanabilirsiniz tabii. Böyle bir şey söyleyebilirsiniz arkadaşlarınızla muhabbet ederken ama bu böyle bilimsel ya da ne bileyim resmi bir ortamda böyle bir cause effect cümlesi kullanmanız saçma olur, olmaz. Olmaması lazım. Yani olmaz, yanlış olur. Şimdi şunlara bir bakalım. Bu cümleler şey mi? Valid or not valid? The frog population declined in this summer because there was no rain and it was very hot. This is probably valid because frogs need water to survive. Buna valid demişiz. Şimdi bir sonrakine bakalım. People say that Cathy did stop singing when it rains. Yesterday it rained because the Cathy did stop singing. Olabilir mi böyle bir şey yani? Ya insanlar Cathy'lerin yağmur yağdığında sustuğunu söylüyor. Tamam, olabilir. Cathy'ler yağmur yağdığını söylüyor ama yesterday it rained because the Cathy did stop singing. Bu valid bir cause effect değildir. Neden değildir? Çünkü onlar sustuğu için yağmur yağmamıştır. Yağmur yağdığı için onlar susmuştur. Tam tersine this is non-valid. The bark of trees protect them from insects and weather. That tree died because someone cut all of the bark of it. Evet. Bark ne demiştik? Ağacın kabuğu. Kabuğunu keserseniz ağaç ölür zaten. Bu valid bir cause and effect oluyor. Geçerli. Bowerbird removed the stone from his bower because it was red, not blue. We see this again and again. He only puts blue things in his bower. Bu da valid çünkü biraz önce de bahsetti. Kırmızıyı seviyor, maviyi sevmiyor, maviyi seviyor. I just learned that bowerbirds exist, so they must be a newly discovered kind of bird. Olabilir mi? Olmaz. Non-valid, because bizim bir şeyin varlığından haberdar olmamız, yeni haberdar olmamız, onun yeni keşfedilmiş bir kuş olduğu anlamına gelmez. O bizim şeyimize bağlı. Bizim doğadan bir haberliğimizle ilgili bir mevzu olabilir en fazla. Evet, bu videoyu burada bitiriyorum arkadaşlar. Bir sonraki videomuzda ikinci listeningimizi yapacağız. Diyorum. Bay bay.